Welcome back to another Couch Cat video.
Hey friends, welcome back to another Couch Cat video. Hey friends, welcome back to another Couch Cat video. I'm Paizen. That's Crazyfy up there.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about SimpleMMO's latest blog post, or I should say Galahad Creative's latest blog post. These used to be very regular, and now they're not, but this one's a gem by Mike himself. It was posted on the 9th of January 2023, and it is looking back on 2022, a year in review, which now it's come full circle, Crazyfy, because our first content when we returned from our hiatus was this for 2021.
Yep.
So
Full circle.
really wild. We're going to be going over this, just touching on the highlights here. And first, before we move on, Mike here states that they've surpassed 1 million downloads on the Google Play Store. So congrats to Mike and Galahad Creative. They will be getting a store badge soon, and they're going to say they're here to say they're awaiting the moment to celebrate. So maybe something in game would be, you know, kind of spicy. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, this is the year in review. Crazyfy, you're going to kick us off for the month of January, and let's just get into it.
Yeah. So I will say some of the stats behind this. Starting in January 2022, he had the most amount of updates. It was like 20 some updates or actually 20 straight updates for January 2022, and then it progressively scaled down for a while, right? Like scaled all the way down from January. Like it would go like 2 less each month, and then June, of course, there was absolutely nothing. Probably because of Fit Igniter and moving. I think he was moving around that time. I don't know. Or just taxes. I don't know. Whatever. And then it went back up a little bit and then back down for the holidays. So, but the first 3 months, I will tell you, is the most amount of content that you'll actually see in the game for 2022. So getting into January, PvP item drops were the first thing that came out, right? So whenever you do PvP, you can now find items. Ain't that great? New quest point system. So it's a tiered system for the diamonds. So the more you want to fill up, the more diamonds you have to use. And it's supposed to help balance out the non-paying players. So you're free to play and you're pay to win players.
Right.
So that's cool. Sucks for those who pay all the time, but you know what? Suck it up. Next one was the Mushroom of Energy price increase at the shop. That because a lot of people utilize the Mushroom of Energy, so this is to help reduce gold in the game by forcing them to spend more on these items. So that was the big things for January.
Yeah, and people were not happy about that, by the way.
No, they were not.
They're still not happy. If you ask players like No Chan, they're not happy at all.
Yeah, people are salty.
Yeah. Luckily, we're not high level enough to really notice anything. So
we didn't care.
I'm fine with being a minnow for a bit.
Yeah.
So moving on to the month of February, we have 2 things of note here, and one is the huge inventory optimizations, increasing speed, loading through your inventory and going through it, and then also the biggest change, and I think it's the best change, is the iOS app. I was always on a Google Pixel, but I've since changed to the Apple ecosystem, and the Apple app is awesome. So I'm very happy with it. My wife is an Apple user too, and still refuses to download the app for some reason and plays it in Safari. Confusing to me, but I enjoy it. And Mike says here, you know, after 4 long years, it's happened, and glad to see it. But that's it for February.
Yeah. All right, for March, if you actually look in the update logs, Mike admits that it's the economy of SimpleMMO has reached Zimbabwe levels. So that was interesting. So what did he do to combat this? Well, introduce a bunch of changes, right? So the cost of battling enemies in the battle arena increased by 25%. Price of keys also increased, and a couple other things. So a lot of people did not like this. Obviously, they love being able to buy things for cheap. But you know what? It had to be done. It had to be fixed. Otherwise, this game was going to go spiraling out of control, and that would not have been good. So it makes sense to me.
the average high level player is like, first you take my MOEs away from me, and now you do this.
Yeah.
How dare you? This game's supposed to be about me.
Yeah. The high level players definitely got wrecked for the first quarter.
Yeah.
To include this next piece right now, some battle changes. This was a huge controversial one. If you don't know, there was a cheese strat. Essentially, as you're going in the battle arena, the top tier level of the battle arena is really hard. Players tend to die. Well, when you die in the middle of battling an NPC, you could just hit on your item button, and if you have your cheese attached to that item button, you get healed for 7 HP. So you wouldn't be dead while you're in the middle of fighting the NPC. It was, in my opinion, a bug that was being exploited by everyone. Yeah. And Mike said no more, and that pissed off a lot of players.
Kept game. It was like a dark. It was a dark moment for the crybabies out there. That's for sure.
Oh my god, yeah, it was ridiculous. This was absolutely a bug. Like, you shouldn't be able to revive in the middle of a battle. Like, if you die, it's game over. Move on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good to see it coming through and fixing that, because that was ridiculous. All right, next change is leaderboard rewards. He's completely redone how you could earn diamonds so that you are allowed to actually get a crap ton more diamonds. And he lists out here, right? So there's an increase now of 630 diamonds for daily leaderboards, 1848 diamonds for weekly, and 13,860 diamonds distributed across monthly leaderboards. For each of them have 420 different positions in the leaderboards. So I know a lot of people complain like Mike has built a lot for the pay to win players, but recently, this for 2022, in my opinion, I think he's slapped them and given a lot more to the free to play players. This one being a big one.
It's like the cycle of life. Like now the whales have been passed. Yeah. Now it's like, hey baby, feels good.
Yeah, it's our time now. Whales, get out of the way. And one more for the month of March. Gauntlets. Gauntlets were finally introduced in the game, and there's more than 1,000 of them in the game. I don't think many people cared, honestly.
No, I'm glad. I'm an equip nerd, so I want everything. But yeah, gauntlets are not anything on my priority list. I get them. Like, I feel like the drop rate for gauntlets, Kumo, the drop rate for gauntlets is insane. Like, I feel like every other item I get is a gauntlet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was March. Let's move on to April, which had some cool things going on here. We had guild roles finally. This is one of the biggest quality of life changes for guilds that we honestly thought were going to be attached to the initial launch of the guild, the whole like guild revamp.
Right,
and they weren't
9.0.
there. Yeah, they weren't there. So the guild leader pretty much had the burden on his shoulders. Like, they were going to bear that weight. Cowboy Bebop reference. But now there's roles. Now we have members, officers, and co-leaders. And that greatly, unloaded some of that burden from their shoulders. Next, we have stepping parties. And this is probably one of the biggest additions to the game for me personally. Because one, it's very social. It compounds on the gameplay loop for steppers, and it's just cool. Create your party, name it whatever you want within TOS, and go at it. Have your guild members with you, have your friends with you. Don't have to step it alone anymore, which is huge, especially for events. When the major events were rolling around,
oh yeah,
there was like pages of parties.
Yep.
So yeah, huge, and hopefully it's built upon in the future. But yeah, that's April.
Yeah, that was a great community part. So I know his blog, he skips to August, but I will tell you there were updates in May, 0 updates in June, like I discussed. There were updates in July as well, but like 3 or 4. So May and July had like quality life or kind of not necessarily important ones. So that's why he skipped over them. But yeah, June was a dark month for us. Um, so moving into August, though, we can all celebrate again. We got some good updates, some at least blog-worthy ones, right?
Yeah.
In August, we started off with the inventory changes. So it was basically an update to the UI of the page. You had select all, so a lot of quality life and UI upgrades to it. So cool, awesome. I don't have to scroll through trash. Well, I still do, but you know, it's because I have all those items.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Yeah.
I can't move my event currency from storage? Oh, I'm 5,000 items above my inventory limit.
Yeah, guess I'll just purge everything.
Yeah.
Next one was the energy scheduler increase. So the automatic energy point scheduler, this was, like Ryan's saying, a huge one, from 10 minutes to 5 minutes. So this matches up with the quest points as well. So it gave, like he said, now players can have 576 energy points per day instead of 288 if you were to use every single one without them leaking. So
yeah, that term leaking is just so funny to me. But
yeah, I know.
Yeah, again, it hits on what you said earlier. Like this was the year of free to play. So
yep.
Or even hybrid. You know, not full on throwing my mom's money at the game, but like, you know, I'll pay for pleb. I'll do stuff for diamonds to get the EPQP, especially EP here. So yeah, huge.
Right. Yep. The next one to help fight the economy once more was the NPC gold nerf. And of course, all the whales and the high level players did not like this aspect either because they're losing out on gold. Essentially, when you're battling NPCs and you win and you get gold, it's scaled infinitely to the player's level. So you can have someone like Kin who could get like millions and millions of gold just by killing one NPC. And that can tank in a whole entire economy. So now it's at a sliding scale and it slowly decreases. So there's a ceiling now so that players can no longer get millions and millions of gold from NPCs.
Yeah, and these are the same players who will complain about it, but they'll also tell you like, yeah, I get millions of gold just one step.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you can't have it all, you know?
Yeah. Gotta leave some for the rest of us. Come on now.
Please.
Yeah, okay. Next one, the final one that was noteworthy was the travel sprint. Sprinting allows you to step 25% faster, utilizing your energy points. So 1 point gave you 1 minute of sprinting. I think it was a nice way to, now that you have a lot more energy points to spend, nice way to increase the use of stepping in the game, which is a core mechanic.
Yeah, and that was August. Some good stuff there.
Yeah.
And again, awesome for free to play. It just kept getting better. And that led us into September here. Another addition to the game, mechanic wise, and that is the library. So the library was opened, and there's it functions like a digital library. There's multiple categories, and players can publish books within the library, and people can view them and they can rate them with stars. And if they so choose, they can spend diamonds on that book, and they will be able to have it forever. And mainly, I think that's just about showcasing them, because the library, you know, on the surface is free to use, and you can go back and read whatever you want over and over again. Very cool. It allows for lore, allows for role playing, allows for a lot of stuff.
Trivia, which is cool.
Trivia, Couch Cat fanfic over here. I have 3 fanfics published, and do I regret every single one of them? I don't. But do I feel dirty for doing them? I do.
A lot of cringe.
They are hilarious though, so check it out. Shameless plug. But yeah, library was added. Just another, I don't know, I guess you could call it like a gold sink, a diamond sink, really, which I think is unfortunate. I would hope the books don't. I'd rather it be gold. But yeah, awesome addition to the game. So that's September.
Yep. Next one, and probably by far the best update to this game.
No bias
At all. Came in October, where we finally were able to confirm with Mike, sit down, work things through, and we got a partnership. So Couch Cat, as we were previously known as Couch Cat Podcast, now
Yep.
just Couch Cat. We provide a lot of SimpleMMO content, and we were able to get partnered with Mike. Best thing ever. Top 10 right there. So that was October.
This was a long time in the making.
Yeah.
It was going to happen earlier until, unfortunately, we went on a hiatus just for personal reasons, and we couldn't carry it out. But we came back, and Mike was willing to broach the topic again. So, big shout out to Mike for giving us this opportunity. Looking forward to 2023. I don't know what that means for us in 2023, but looking forward to it.
we look forward to continuing our partnership and making it stronger. Some PR.
That was very
nonsense.
Diplomatic.
Yeah.
That was great,
That's
dude.
PR for you.
All right. So leading us into November, we have Task Overhaul, which was huge once again. Awesome for free-to-play players. Instead of just having this one daily task, you now have daily, weekly, and monthly. So you have multiple opportunities to earn diamonds, because you earn diamonds for getting the 5 out of 5 across the board. And also, especially for newer players, this compounds a lot of money, and it compounds a lot of experience. And I think personally it gives a lot of direction to new players. Like, what should I be doing right now? Look at your task.
Yep.
Yeah, let's knock out your dailies, your weekly, and your monthly.
Yep.
And you can do it however you want. Figure out your system. But it was just a great change to the game, and it was even utilized in conjunction with the World Cup event that happened last year, where you could fulfill the requirements for the task, and you would get a card pack. So it's shown its versatility, and we look forward to more. Moving on, we had what I just mentioned, the card event itself. This was the World Cup event that was held in Qatar, and bunch of card packs, but don't let the name fool you. It's a card pack that gave you one card. Very funny.
Yeah, that was disappointing, to say the least.
And it shows what can be done in the future. But I feel like a lot of people, either one, it was for the hardcore collectors, two, the dumpers. There were card dumps hourly. Which we need a dump. We need a dump chat, because this is awful. This is so bad. But anyway, that is the notable things that happened throughout the year. Galahad Creative, or Mike, ends this blog post in stats. Crazy Fire, do you want to hit these stats up?
Oh, I do. I love
stats. You want to call him for a date to Chipotle?
So he stated that.
Okay.
I'm just going to gloss right over that.
Tinder? Nothing? All right.
Stats. So there are a total of 951,000 players with an account on SimpleMMO, which means 50,000 or so people don't have accounts, because we're over 1 mil downloads. Wait,
so
no,
a
lot more than that, actually.
So they downloaded, just never.
They either download it, because that's just for Android, so that's a lot more than that. Regardless, at the start of the year there were 725,000. So that's 226,000 new accounts for the game, which is great. However, I want to know how many of those are still active. That's would be the more interesting account.
And why are we not? Why are we not getting those views? I'm just kidding. Please.
Because about only 11,000 players per week are active. So that rate is kind of wild. Though I would love to see other games' rates to compare. Regardless, focusing on the other stats, 73 million NPCs have been defeated. A lot of battle arena going on. That's an increase in 33 million poor NPC souls lost compared to 2021. Over 105,000 million players have been defeated. So folks like Dark and Wobbly Cat have been killing everyone. Again, another huge increase of 21 million.
Don't forget Chaotic, dude.
Kills.
Chaotic too.
Oh yeah, Chaotic too. Yeah. People are out here massacring everyone. And then the inventory system has processed over 449 million items. which is too much in my opinion. But that's the game. Those are the stats. I think that's cool. So yeah, that's the stats. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one little tidbit he added here.
Yeah.
So in 2021, there were 1,483 code base changes. In 2022, there's 1,432 code base changes. So pretty steady on the updates. Even though we lost him in June, it was pretty steady across the board.
And he gives a nice thank you to everyone involved in the process, including the players. And there's a part here that Alan, he just completely blasted past, and it's what's coming this year. And he talks about the updated roadmap. We have a video coming out about the updated roadmap for 2023. We're excited about it, and everyone should be excited about it, especially if you love this game. But yeah, it's a great year in review. While Mike, he says down and below where Crazy 5 was before, stating, you know, if you compare it to 2021, it wasn't, you know, larger mechanics were kind of absent. I will dispute you, Mike. I think what released this or last year was imperative to the success that you're going to see in 2023. Specifically the party systems, the overhaul to free to play, the free to play approach to the game, and you know, whatever comes next. So yeah, huge shout out to Mike, huge shout out to their staff, the contractors like Galahad, and I'm just copy and pasting what he was saying, but like shout out to the in-game mods, the Discord crew, the advisors who actually talk in global, and to all the players that continue to play. And
yeah,
in return, watch our content about this 2D dating sim that we all love. So wait. Oh, that's our other channel. My bad. I got mixed up. But yeah, sick. 2022 was awesome, especially because we came back, and looking forward to 2023. But yeah, that's all I got. Crazy Fight, do you have anything?
Yeah, leave a comment down below and let us know which of the updates you actually like the most out of 2022. And if it's not the Couch Cat partnership, I just think you're wrong, just so you know.
We'll delete it. You know, we'll just completely delete it.
Let us know what you think was the best part of 2022 for SimpleMMO.
Yeah, and look forward to our roadmap video and other videos coming out. And we'll see you in the next one. Like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and head on over to couchcatpod.com for more SimpleMMO content and merch. I'm Paizen, that's Crazy Fi up there, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
See ya.
See ya.